What's up, everybody? Welcome to iOS 3 Raw TV. So today we're going to talk about something that I don't understand why so many people... Let's just go through this. Okay, I always fucking do this. I have an opening thought, and I'm like, fuck that opening thought. So we're noticing recently, and I have not watched the videos because I just haven't had time, but I saw something with Dave Palumbo talking about sweeteners and insulin release. I saw something about Layne Norton put up something about sweeteners, and of course I get people asking me, Jerry, you've spoken out against sweeteners. What do you think about what they're saying? I'm like, first of all, I don't know what the fuck they're saying, so I can't speak out against it or for it or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. What I'm gonna do is put up something right here that I have not heard. Now, their videos may be about this. I probably should sit down and watch the videos first, but the way that I make my videos, when I get that spark of excitement, when I have that passion to make a video about something and the information is like running through my brain, if I put it on hold, it doesn't come out the same. The passion kind of goes away. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically I have to just go when I have that thought in my head. So many people are looking at sweeteners as well as other foods, right? We're talking about IFWM, which is including the sweeteners and shit, and everybody talks about the final outcome. They go, well, in the end, it's all turned into glucose. In the end, it's all turned into fatty acids. In the end, it's turned into fucking amino acids. I'm like, yeah, but what the fuck is wrong with you? Because there's a whole fucking thing between your mouth and your asshole that fucking goes on that you're not even paying attention to, which, I'm sorry, it can actually slow down, stop muscle gain and fat loss. Now, the thing I'm talking about is inflammation, which, I'm sorry, but I don't even fully understand it. I mean, there's tons of shit out there, different types of inflammation, why it happens, but the bottom line is inflammation happens when your body sees something that it is trying to fight against. Basically, it's a way for your body to defend itself. It creates inflammation, which should be short-term inflammation, which would be for an acute injury. Like if you bang your hand, it will be inflamed, it'll protect it, it'll swell up to make like a natural cast, and then that subsides, right? Because it's a temporary thing. But there are long-term inflammation things that happen through foods. Foods can cause inflammation just like sweeteners. Now, I'm gonna explain it like this because I have to do something where people can wrap their heads around it so they understand. Because right now people are like, inflammation, whatever. So let's say you're one of those people that believe all foods are created equal and if it doesn't matter, they all turn out the same. Well, this should change that view. If I take 3 baseballs, right, and I take like a fucking tube, like a long cylinder, right, and I take the first baseball, just normal baseball, I put it in the top and it goes down and pops out the bottom. Okay, it went in your mouth, the food went in your mouth, it was processed through here and it popped out your fucking ass. It's done, right? I take another baseball and I set that fucker on fire and I drop it in the top. By the time it gets to the bottom, it'll pop out the bottom, but it's gonna melt a bunch of the fucking tube on the way down. See where I'm getting at? If I take another baseball and I wrap it in barbed wire and razor blades and I drop it through the top, by the time it gets through the bottom, that's gonna cause scrapes, cuts, and a whole nother form of trauma than the fire did. That's how the fucking foods and sweeteners work in your body. They may come out the other end, or the end result may be glucose or amino acids or whatever, but what it's doing to your body in the process, okay, is harmful to the body sometimes. And some of you don't care about your health, so we're not gonna talk about health. Fuck health right now. But when your body has an inflammatory response and it's inflamed, building muscle and losing fat is the last fucking thing it wants to do. It thinks it's being attacked. It's trying to heal and survive. So therefore it does what a body does. It tries to survive. It attacks that inflammation first. It attacks what is trying to cause this reaction in your body, which is giving the inflammation something to happen, right? And what happens is you shove the same foods in the next day. And you shove the same foods in the next day. It's not like if you hit your arm and it becomes inflamed, they fucking basically immobilize it so that can heal. That's not what happens. You keep basically banging it over and over again the same fucking way every day, which causes that inflammation to not go down. Why the fuck you guys can't wrap your head around this is beyond me. And now we got people talking about like, and I read in one of the comments that asked me this, that Dave Palumbo was talking about insulin release and sweeteners, and I'm like, why the fuck are we talking about this shit? Like, what we should be talking about is the fact that sweeteners 100% can and usually do, in most people, healthy adults, cause inflammation. They cause an inflammatory response. And the more sweeteners you take in, the more of these shitty foods with chemicals you take in, the bigger the inflammatory response and the longer it lasts. The bigger the response, the longer it lasts, the less you will build muscle. The less you will fucking burn fat. The less your body will be optimal and efficient while it's trying to deal with this foreign thing that's going on that it thinks injured it. So now we have And listen, don't take my word for it. Harvard, NIH, these places have documented, there's absolutely 100 fucking percent documentation from science out there, from people that are not involved with the food companies, that are flat out explaining this causes inflammation. We need more studies on this. We need more data on this, because they know getting inflammation down in the body is how you live longer. Higher levels of inflammation, you fucking die earlier. Higher levels of inflammation, all kinds of ailments take over. Like, not just health-wise. You motherfuckers out there that don't care about health because you're fucking out of it and you don't understand. You just think it's about building muscle and losing fat. Yes, you can build muscle and lose fat. You may be even able to build muscle and lose fat in an inflammatory response. However, the bigger that inflammatory response gets, the less you build. So some of you out there might be robbing yourself of fucking huge amounts of gains, and some of you out there that think you're fucking hard gainers are not. You have inflammation in your body that's fucked up, and 99% of you don't get blood work that test the inflammatory markers to see what the fuck's going on. So you have no idea. You walk in there, if you have some kind of ailment or whatever the fuck is manifesting, you tell the doctors, and they start looking at other shit. They don't even think about inflammation. Like, it's so far from their fucking thought. And I sit back and I'm like, I don't fucking understand. Like, here's the deal, right? And I'm going to do this with the foods. It doesn't necessarily have to do with sweeteners, but we're going to group those fucking sweeteners into two, whether you like it or fucking not. This is real. Most bros in the gym, myself, all right? We'll use myself as an example, okay? I went in the gym and I was eating donuts and I was eating all kinds of shit. I was tracking the macros. This is back in like 1995, okay? Before you guys even know what the fuck IFYM is. So while you guys are still in your fucking diapers sucking on your bottles, I was already doing IFYM. And I remember the older guys at the gym, the ones who stepped up to help myself and my training partner, Donnie, out. And I remember them explaining to us, you have to eat these cleaner foods. They work better. You grow better. You grow faster. Now, we didn't question it. Well, I mean, as we get a little bit, into it, we did question it. But we didn't question it. What we did was start eating those foods. And by no surprise, I mean, a lot of people, they don't realize, because they only know Jerry from being the big fucking juiced up motherfucker that was, on steroids during part of that competitive career, that when I was natural, I was 205. I was the same size I am now when I was 19 and natural. Our bodies were growing muscle faster than a lot of the other fucking teenagers, because they were eating junk, they were drinking alcohol, they were fucking doing shit that we weren't doing. We were eating the clean foods. Now, my thing was, we didn't have the internet back then, so how did the people that told us to eat those clean foods, how did they know to eat the clean foods? Because when they were in the gym, someone told them to eat clean foods. Okay, so there was older guys when they were younger, and it got handed down. Now, where the fuck did those people get it? It got handed down. Now, somewhere at some point where this shit started, there was a bunch of people eating fucking random foods, and what they did was start switching out and swapping out foods, trying and experimenting. They did their own scientific experiments back in the day before anybody was doing shit, and said these foods actually make us bigger faster. These foods actually make us leaner faster. Therefore, we will stick with these foods. They started eliminating certain foods. They ate dairy. Dairy caused water retention. They found out all this shit, because the water retention is not just from lactose. It's from inflammation from the dairy too. But they found this stuff, and they didn't have a scientific explanation. But what they did was, they looked in the mirror, and as their body changed, they said, well, I'm eating this. Well, let me go back to eating this. They go back to eating the shit food, their body changes for the worse. And they go, what the fuck is going on here? Wait a minute, I can't eat this food? Why? Well, we don't fucking care. We know to eat this. And they didn't care why. They didn't give a shit. They didn't need science. They needed to be in shape on a certain day, or they needed to eat a certain thing to make sure they get a certain effect. Like, they didn't give a fuck about the science. Now, here comes the fucking internet, and everybody becomes a fucking expert. Everybody wants to know the science, and we have gone fucking backwards. We have guys out there that, I'm sorry, but these people that are eating shitty foods that have high inflammation, they are not getting optimal results. Matter of fact, somebody be like, well, Jerry, this guy got in shape doing this. Listen, these guys that you talk about, these girls that you talk about that got in shape, not caring about the inflammation, eating whatever the fuck and sweeteners, takes them 36 fucking weeks to get ready for a show. 36 fucking weeks. And some of them, guess what, are on fucking drugs. So they have the aid of what the drugs do. Clenbuterol, growth hormone, Cytomel, all that shit. So you have people that have to diet 36 fucking weeks so they can have their Pop-Tarts and shit, because their body's not only just not optimal, but it doesn't want to do what they want it to do. I literally watched this other fucking competitor a couple weeks ago say she was stuck at a fucking plateau for 5 weeks. This broad's a fucking trainer. Are you trying to tell me a fucking trainer, a professional trainer, was stuck at a plateau for 5 fucking weeks and they couldn't figure out what to do? And guess what? It's an IFYM motherfucker. It's one of those persons that I don't restrict anything. Dude, you have to diet year round to look fucking good, okay? You have to literally fucking be a slave. You use more math. You use numbers more, okay? With all your fucking OCD punching shit in so you can fit in your fucking Swedish fish. You are more number using than a fucking mathematician. There are fucking rocket scientists out there right now that use math less than you do because you're too concerned with fitting in a fucking scoop of ice cream in your diet. Then you plateau for fucking 5 weeks and have to diet for 40 something weeks. Dude, why do you think that is? Because your body is fucked up. If you actually had blood work, which most of you don't, things would be all over the place. You'd be like, what the fuck? And I'm not talking about your vitamin minerals. I'm talking about your liver. I'm talking about your inflammatory markers. The first time I saw my blood work with inflammatory markers, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Of course, my face was puffy. Like, I was eating things that was causing inflammation. It wasn't due to, an infection that I had. It wasn't due to an injury that I had. It wasn't due to anything other than the foods that I was eating. We've seen the inflammatory response to sweeteners. It's out there. There are people right now that if they cut those fucking sweeteners out of their diet, their body would drop 2 to 3, maybe sometimes I've seen my wife drop 7 pounds of fucking water in the first week and a half. Why? Because they're having an inflammatory response to something they're putting in their body. But they don't even fucking know it or realize it. Once you cut that shit out, then you realize it. The problem is none of you are cutting it out. So you're all fucking knee deep in this addiction. It is an addiction, all right? Counting those fucking macros every day to fit in Swedish fish is an addiction. It's not just OCD, it's an addiction. There are people that cannot not use MyFitnessPal for a fucking day because they lose their fucking mind. You're addicted to the MyFitnessPal. You're addicted to making the macros fit with random fucking foods. Like you're addicted to it. You get off on it because social media came along and everybody started putting up all these fucking meals that they were eating and everybody thought it was cute about all the fucking cheat meal king, cheat meal queen, about fucking 10,000 calories. Everybody thinks it's fucking cute. Nobody has a fucking concept of what's actually going on in their fucking body because they're too concerned with fucking the end result. Science says the end result is this. Science says there's a lot more shit going on in your body than the end result of fucking glucose. Science says there's a lot more shit going on in your body than the end result of fucking fatty acids. Science says there's a lot more shit going on in your body than fucking amino acids being produced at the end. And not a single one of these fucking coaches, gurus, or anyway, I've seen George Farah talk about it. I think he's the only one I've seen talk about it, about inflammation and blood. These motherfuckers out there would have you believe that a flaming fucking baseball, a baseball covered in barbed wire and fucking razor blades, and a regular baseball with nothing on it are the same fucking thing. Now, if you put all three of those down, I guarantee you, these IFM motherfuckers would argue there's a baseball underneath those two that are covered in shit. Yeah, but the point is, you're ignoring the other things because of what's underneath. So you're ignoring everything that happens to your body, including getting you fucking not good results. You're getting less fucking results with inflammation from the shit you're putting in there. So how the fuck do you feel right now, looking me in the eye, there's my eyes, that you're busting your ass in the fucking gym? You are fucking doing everything you can. You're fucking leaving the gym crawling. You are fucking hitting your macros. You're doing fucking everything. And you still don't look that much better than you did fucking 2 weeks ago. You still don't look that much better than you did a month ago. I literally just saw this, like not a before and after, but a comparison between this fucking girl that I know. And it had like 5 year apart fucking things. And I was like, she looks almost no fucking different. She's a fucking coach. She's a fucking expert. I'm like, dude, you can't even change your own body in 5 years. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're natural or not. That first picture was when you started training, which means newbie gains should have fucking translated for that. You didn't even get newbie gains because they're too busy fucking around with the bullshit that everybody wants to think is cool on social media. Like, here, listen to guys. If you think fucking Pixie Sticks and fucking Twizzlers are cool, and that's your carbohydrate source, fine. You know what I think is cool? Muscle gains. Okay? You know what I think is cool? Fat loss. You know what I think is cool? Improving my body year after year after year and getting there faster than other people. Having someone tell me it's going to take me a year to get lean and then do it in fucking 3 months. To me, that shit is cool because you know why? That end result that you're all looking for is to put up the picture of how fucking awesome you look on Instagram. That end result is to put up the fucking pictures all over your social media to show everybody how amazing you are, right? But it takes you 46 fucking weeks to do it. And then what happens is you try to help other people, then you have them dieting 46 weeks. You have them OCD. You have them being addicted to fucking MyFitnessPal. You literally take their fucking lives, and whether you know it or not, ruin them. Because many people get turned off to this whole competing thing, the whole in shape thing, because of all the shit that these people make them fucking do that is just fucking too hard. It's too much. And the biggest thing is most of these fucking people in general are not going to be here 5 years from now. They weren't here 3 years before now, and they're not going to be here 5 years from now. You got people like Lane and Dave Palumbo and those guys. Like, Dave's a fucking legend, okay? He was fucking super smart. He's done all his fucking research. He went to med school. Lane has been around a long fucking time. And he's kind of graduating to this stuff now, but the bottom line is Lane's not talking about the inflammation. Dave, well, they might be in those videos. I shouldn't say that because I haven't watched them. That's on my fault, but I don't have time to fucking watch all these videos. But bottom line is everybody's talking about these like end results of what's happening as far as how your body looks, right? Well, what about your body would look better without the inflammation? Your body wouldn't have that film of fucking water on it if you weren't inflamed. Your body would lose fat faster and not fucking plateau. Like if you hit a plateau, you have planned poorly. You have fucked up your planning if you have fucking hit a plateau. Myself and my clients do not hit plateaus. We don't hit plateaus. Pay attention to what I'm saying. We do not hit plateaus, period, for any fucking reason. And it's been that way since I've fucking been coaching people. Because I understood from the fucking beginning that our goal is not to just get them lean. Our goal is to get them efficient. Our goal is to get them optimal. Our goal is to get them predictable. So we know what the fuck is going on with their body at all times. When you're using all kinds of random fucking foods out there, guess what? Process of elimination is gonna take a long fucking time to figure out what's going on. Yeah, about 5 fucking weeks before you have to cut those foods out. Guess what? If you were using the foods that weren't fucking you up to begin with, there is no plateau. You're 5 weeks ahead. You're 5 weeks behind now because you're too busy fucking around with these weird foods trying to look cute on fucking social media. I'm sorry, but social media is not going to help you when you're standing on the fucking stage ready to fucking die and you're still not at your best or as good as you could be, or it took you so fucking long to get there that you just got nothing left. Social media going to help you then? No. Then it's you on the stage alone, knowing that you could have fucking been better. You could have gotten there faster. You could have done less damage to your body. And now you're fucking reverse after like 40 weeks of fucking dieting. You're going to put those other foods back in. So the inflammation fucking goes up. And the last thing your body wants to do is rebound and build muscle. The first thing it wants to do is not be inflamed. First thing it wants to do is repair itself and fucking heal. So you waste the entire fucking anabolic rebound, which is real, fucking around with these foods. Now don't get me wrong. All of us eat some of these shitty foods. But it's like your day after, and maybe Sunday, and maybe Monday after a Saturday show, you eat those shitty foods. By Tuesday, get back on that fucking shit. Usually by Monday, I'm back on it. Monday, get back on that shit, start reversing, and have little things here and there. Schedule a fucking cheat day. Keep things to where you can keep them as optimal as possible. And if you're cheating for one day and having some foods that are fucked up, that inflammation will fucking go away within the next couple of days, and you're back to optimal again during that fucking week. Like, why the fuck aren't people talking about this? Because they don't know. They literally don't know. They're like, I'm only going to be concerned with what I put in my body and what it turns into. But guess what? The way your body reacts to these things that you put in there and it turns into, it's not going to react with, I should put over here, it's not going to react what's in there right now the proper way unless everything in between is working the right way. Vitamins and minerals are important. People don't know that. Fiber is important to feed your fucking, the gut biome. The gut biome. The butt biome. Caught myself on that one. Fuck. That's probably going to be a meme. I know people are going to make fun of me. The butt biome. Fuck. Anyways, I could edit that out, but fuck that. It's staying in. Bottom line is, guys. See, this is what happens. Now I lost my train of thought. So now I don't even know where to go with the fucking video. Fuck. But we'll just end it here. Fuck. It's been long enough. But the bottom line is, I think you guys get the point. And you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a lot of people out there preaching a lot of shit. And if they do know what I'm talking about now, why aren't they explaining it to you? Why aren't they showing their clients the right way? Why aren't they out there saying, look, optimal, efficient, boom, here we go. Not optimal, efficient, boom, here you go. Choose what the fuck you want. But don't complain when you get 5-week fucking plateaus, takes you 40 weeks to fucking diet, 36 weeks to diet. Don't complain about that shit. Don't quit. Don't fuck yourself up because, don't think that you're fucking not going to get there or you are going to get there. You'll still get your results, but you're taking a prolonged period of time. What if 12 weeks, right? What if you could have that other however many weeks back in your fucking life to not be pushing yourself like crazy to get to that point? You get time back. You know what time is? Time is the one commodity that you can't buy, you can't trade for, you can't get it back. It's the only thing in our life that is literally the essence of what we are. Time. It gets away from us every day and you're wasting it being inflamed, doing things inefficiently, improperly, just so you can have a fucking cookie because some random idiot on a talking box like this told you it was okay. Well, guess what? I'm here to buck that system. I'm here to buck that trend. I'm here to tell you, look, it can be okay, but I'm telling you right now, there's a fucking better way. Start fucking paying attention to reality, not these idiots on social media and the fucking talking boxes telling you that everything's fucking great. Listen, everything's not great. We have tons of fucking disease in this country that are not in other countries. We have tons of fucking obesity, which is not in other countries. We have tons of fucking mental health issues, which is not in other fucking countries. And you know why all this shit is happening? We have tons of ailments that's not happening in other countries because of the fucking food with all the chemicals and sweeteners and shit that we put in our bodies fucks with our being. It fucks with everything in our body on a cellular level. So you either put good things in and get good things out, or put shitty things in and get shitty things out. And when you put shitty things, you get shitty things out, you get shitty performance. You put good things, you get good things out, you get good performance. You put the best stuff in, you get the best performance. It's that fucking simple. BioStateTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. Let's train. Doc up the vlog. It's the best results possible. Bicep. Let's get that shit up there. And we are out.